Hey guys, Jingle87 here, and today I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about how Nether Portals work. I'm actually here in the Concordia server, which is Season 3 for my SMP Let's Play series. And this is live. I'm going to be doing this live on here. We have a problem with our Nether Portals, so I'm going to show you guys what the problem is first. Then I'm going to show you how to fix it. Hopefully this will help you to figure out how to fix Nether Portals in your world. Right now, so I'm over here by our end portal. That's it over there. And we made a little nether portal over here so we could get to it easily. And I'm going to show you guys coordinates in this because this is going to be important to understand how nether mechanics work, nether portal mechanics that is. Right now these are my XYZ coordinates here. You can see 773, negative 773 is my X coordinate, 72 is my Y, 358 positive is my Z coordinate. Generally, I mean, if I go over here to the portal, those coordinates are going to be slightly different, of course, but that is going to be very important to watch in this episode. So watch all of my coordinates as I'm doing this, because it should make sense at the end. One thing you can start off the bat right away is just ignore the Y coordinate. When you're making nether portals, Y coordinates are not important. So that middle number, that 72, just ignore that. The important ones that we want to look at are the X coordinate and the Z coordinate. And negative and positive does make a huge difference, so make sure you don't forget about that. Basically, I'm going to start by showing you what the problem is. So right now we're over here, and the coordinates for this portal, I mean, I can't really get in here for too long before like going away into the nether, but you can see these two blocks here. We are at negative 774 and negative 773 are those two blocks where the base of the portal is. That's what I'm going to be basing these calculations on that I'm going to show you, is just those two blocks where the portal is here. And if you have a wider portal, then of course mark that, but I'm just going off of a too wide portal right here. So negative 774 and negative 773 is the X coordinate. Make sure you write that down, whatever your coordinate is, that is, in your world. And then a positive 353 is that Z coordinate. So that's where we're looking at. So positive 353 on both, negative 773 and negative 774. Okay, when I go through this portal on the other side, watch what happens. Okay, so here I am in the nether. This is our little nether room here. And the coordinates that I'm at, there's a problem here because the coordinates are 8 and 9 X and then 46 Z. You guys will understand what the problem is in a moment once I explain it. But if I were to go through the portal on the other side, you would expect, I mean, if all things worked as they should, then this portal should take me right back where I just was, right? Right back to that portal at the end portal. It was like 700 blocks away or so. Well, when I come through on the other side, that's actually not what happens. I'm back here in our spawn village, and the coordinates are like, X is like 25, and then the Z coordinates are 290 and 289. So there's something not right here, so that did not link up properly. I'm sure you guys have had this problem before when you have a world where the coordinates don't link up and you go into a portal one direction and you come out a different portal. But if you were to come back into that portal from another direction, it would take you to like a completely different one. Like, it can get all crazy and messed up. When I go back in through this portal, it takes me right back here. So this is where we just were. So this one is linked up relatively closely. I can go back and forth, and it's always going to take me back and forth to those two places at the same time. Yeah, back and forth right back here. So that one is fine, but right now our problem is our other portal way off in that direction, way off towards the end portal. That nether portal is not linked up properly. Alright, so I'm going to actually show you guys now why that is happening. And it has to do with those coordinates. So again, what you want to do is, if you have a situation like this, you want to write down the X and the Z coordinates for each of your portals in question. So for me, I wrote down the coordinates of negative 774 and negative 773 for my X coordinate for that portal way over there at the end portal. And then I wrote down my Z coordinate was 353. And then the portal in this area over here by spawn, I've got the X coordinate of 25, and then I've got the Z coordinate of 289 and 290. And remember, that's positive. You know, you make sure you get the positive and negative right, because your portal's going to be way off if you mess up one of those. And then I also wrote down the coordinates for my nether portal, and that is X equals 8 and 9, and then Z was 46. Okay, a lot of numbers, right? This is math, and math is not my strong my strong suit. So this will be fun. Hopefully I don't do my math incorrectly here on air. This should be fun. So the whole purpose of doing this video is so you can understand the basic thing about nether portals and coordinates in the nether in general versus coordinates in the overworld. In general, coordinates in the nether are 1/8 as big as coordinates in the overworld. So that means for every 8 blocks that you travel in the overworld, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think that was 8, then you just traveled one corresponding coordinate in the nether. That is the most important thing you can remember about this video. If you can understand one thing about this video to help you understand how nether portals work, is know that it's a 1:8 ratio in the nether. And the overworld is bigger. Think of it that way. The nether is smaller and the overworld is bigger. So there is 1 nether block equals 8 overworld blocks in terms of coordinates like X and Y and things like that. Now that's really important because, and this goes back to why I had you write down the coordinates for your portals that may not be working, is because when a portal isn't working, what you want to do is figure out where it's actually supposed to be by dividing the coordinates by 8. So divide those larger numbers by 8 and it'll tell you where the corresponding portal should be in the nether. So let me unpack that a little bit so you guys can hopefully understand. Basically what happens also with nether portals is that if you have one that's relatively close, and I don't know the exact number of chunks away, so if someone puts that in the comments, that would be awesome to kind of share that. But if your portal is relatively close, it's going to just basically latch on to that other coordinate and just take you back through that one. So that's what happened at the very beginning of our episode. Our portal way over there, over towards the end portal, the very first one we started at, when I came through that one, instead of generating a new portal in the end, kind of along those coordinates, it was basically within the parameter of how many chunks away from the already existing portal, and it just popped me back through that existing portal. So it didn't give me a separate portal that was over there because the game actually checks for any portals in the area when you go into the nether to see which portal it should drop you off at. So it saw that there was the portal on the other side over here, the one in that little cobblestone room, and it saw that that portal was basically the closest one for the coordinates where it would have otherwise dropped me off in the nether. Hopefully that makes sense. We're going to do some math and actually plot it out, and I'll show you how it all works out in the end. Okay, so it's time to fix some portals. So the first thing we want to do is we want to actually do our math with this portal right here and figure out where it's supposed to be. So remember the coordinates that we wrote down for this portal? We're going to divide each of those coordinates by 8. And remember that there are 2 for the base of the portal. So 290 and 289. So write down both of those. Those are the 2 z coordinates for this one. And your portal may have 2 z coordinates or it may have 2 x coordinates. It just depends on which way your portal's oriented. And that doesn't matter. Just make sure you build the portal in the correct direction no matter what, and you'll be good to go. So dividing those 2 numbers, 289 and 290, by 8, when we divide 289 by 8, we get approximately 36.13. And there's a reason I do decimal points, and I'll show you that in a moment. And then the next coordinate that we get when we divide 290 by 8 is 36.25. So basically, when you divide both of these by 8, the 2 that you should be are both on 36. So in the nether, if you build your portal with the z coordinate of 36, and then I'm just going to go ahead and round up because the numbers are above 36. I'm going to go from 36 to 37 for the z coordinate for my nether portal. Then that will line up. And in terms of the x number, it's 25 here, and if you divide 25 by 8, you get 3.13. It's just a little bit more than 3. So our x coordinate is going to be 3 for that portal, and then our z coordinates are going to be 36 and 37. That should link up exactly. So that would be the actual, in a perfect world, if there was no portal, if this portal right here did not exist, which it won't when we're all done, then where it actually should go should be over here. And I went ahead and found where that is. So you guys can see it's actually right over here, and I marked it with these 2 torches. So these are the 2 spots where it should be. We have 36 and 37 for the z coordinate, and then we're right here at x equals 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and build that portal right here. Okay, and link it up. We're going to do this live. So, oh no, I just placed obsidian down in the wrong place, and we're doing it live. Super, super awkward. At least I have a decent pickaxe, I guess. I don't really have really good enchants on it, though. But, okay. So when we place this portal here like this, we're going to go ahead and light the portal. Alright, there we go. Now, just to make things work out properly here, I'm going to go ahead and let me just put this in front right here. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, will it not let me break the, okay, I actually have to break the portal. I was going to place a block in it to break it, but I just discovered you can't do that. So I'm going to break the portal so that that one actually does not, there we go. It doesn't go to that one, so we're good to go there. Alright, let me go back to this portal. Now, when I go through this portal, it should take us right back to that spot in the overworld, because this is the place where it's supposed to be. Okay, so now that portal is technically fixed. And it's raining. Let's get out of here. Ooh, thunderstorm. Awesome. Let's head back into the Nether, because it's raining, and that's really annoying. Alright, so here we go. And then we ended up right back here. This is how it should be. This is like a perfect world for portals. This one we're going to completely get rid of because it doesn't need to be here. Basically, it was working because it was so close that the game, when it did the calculation of where it should drop you off, the game calculation realized, oh, I should drop you off right here. But hey, there's a portal really close, so let me just put you here instead. That's kind of how the game works when it drops you off in the Nether. So that's why it was still working and it was relatively close. It just got kind of weird for the other end when we were down by the end portal. It dropped us off to this one still. It was pretty far away, but it was still right on the edge where it was close enough, and it said, you know what, this portal over here is already existing, so I'm going to drop you off there. Now, if I were to leave it like this, anytime we entered through the very first portal from the beginning of this video, that end portal, it would drop me off over here, because same principle, right? So we want to actually go ahead and make a nether portal at the exact coordinates for where the corresponding portal should be on the end portal side. Then it should all link up properly, and it should be a 1-to-1 ratio. So we're going to head down here, and as I run, let me go over the numbers for that last portal. So we first wrote down an x-coordinate of -774 and -773. And then when we divide each of those numbers by 8, we get -96.75 and -96.63. So both of those are between 96 and 97. So our x-coordinates are going to be 96 and 97, both negative. -96, -97. And then our z-coordinate that we wrote down over there was 353. When we divide that by 8, we get 44.13. So z-coordinate of 44. So this is where that should be. So we're going to place our portal here. Again, building this live, so this could go horribly. Boom. Boom. It's really hard to build with obsidian when there's no natural light down here, just the nether light. Okay, cool. So I went ahead and created that portal. Now when I go through this portal, again, I have not tested this out yet, so hopefully if my math is right, this is going to be glorious. So I'm going to hop through the other side, and we should end up at our very first destination from the beginning of the video. Alright, we did. We're here. There's the little pathway down to our end portal, and we are good to go. Now if we hop through on this side, here's the very final test. It should bring us back to the portal we just created a second ago. And there we are. So everything has been fixed on our server. We are now good to go. We can go back and destroy that original portal, and everything's good. And then if we want to have a quick way to travel between our locations, all we need to do is hop in the end from the spawn village portal and just walk down this very short tunnel down to that portal, and then we'll be right down by the end. We won't have to travel that 700-800 blocks. So pretty cool. Definitely worth it in my opinion. So that is how to fix nether portals. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it made sense and I didn't confuse you more than help you. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you want anything clarified. I'm in version 1.8 of Minecraft, but this has worked in every version I've ever played Minecraft in. If for some reason it doesn't work in a future update, I'll be sure to update the video to let you know. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!